barely had any wholesale orders, even though people asked me for wholesale orders. All the people that I was asking when I finally launched the business, they didn't shop. So people would tell you, oh, do this, do this, do this, and you run out. And me and my business partner invested over $4,000 in a whole lot of hair. And like I said, back to my channel. Y'all should already know who it is, or you should know who it is. Rika Rodriguez, the CEO of iyetasti Cosmetics, and I am back with another video. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. If you're not new, thank you for coming back to see me. And as y'all can tell from the title, this video is on why I stopped selling hair. So if you're thinking about getting into the hair industry, I'm just gonna basically give you guys some insight on my perspective and my experiences. Obviously, if you're selling hair already and you watch this video, you might not, have the same experiences as me. But I'm going to give some insight for anybody who's interested in selling it. I'm just going to give you some insight to things that I didn't know about, because everything pretty much I'm going to talk about in this video is things I didn't know about. Before I started selling hair, I really didn't do a video. I didn't watch a video like the one I'm doing for y'all. I didn't know a lot about the stuff that I'm going to talk about. It's just people kept asking me to sell hair. I always wore bundles and stuff, so it was something I already do and I was interested in. So yeah, so I started selling hair in 2019. At first, if you've been following me for that long, I started selling hair with my iyetasti business. I have my custom logo on the packs, and then I started getting inquiries for wholesale. So then that's when I branched off to Bundle Mania Beauty with a business partner, and I started wholesaling hair. Now, even when I was selling hair on iyetasti, it's just a lot of stuff being a black-owned business that you experience versus going to a beauty supply store that's not owned by a black person. So first off, when I started selling hair, it's hard. A lot of my sales was made on hand. I did not really I have stopped selling hair completely, and now I really only sell hair to people that know me in real life, that they might see me with hair, because I still purchase from my vendor personally, because that's who I was purchasing from before I even started selling hair. So now it's people will see me with hair and they'll be like, "Ooh, I want that," and I'll get it for them and stuff like that. But what was I saying? It's basically hard to sell hair online because people want to feel the hair. They don't trust shopping with a small black-owned business or a small business, but they'll go on AliExpress or any other website and purchase hair and take that risk. But when it comes to a small business, they don't want to do it. So let me pull up my notes because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. When it comes to this topic, first off, finding a hair vendor is very, very hard. Finding a vendor, period, is hard because it is so hard to find a reliable vendor that's good with shipping, quality, and you can depend on. So finding the vendor part for hair is so hard because hair is not like lashes. You have to go through a whole process with hair if you're really taking your business seriously. First off, if you find a vendor or a few vendors, you got to order hair from them. So you have to, take that risk, invest your money, send it, receive the hair. Once you receive the hair, if it's bundles, if it's a wig, you have to wear your product. You have to test it out. And you have to do a strand test. If you are selling 100% human hair, the first thing you should be doing when you receive your hair, and that's what I tell anybody who does my mentorship, is do a strand test, bleach to make sure it's 100% human hair, make sure that the hair is not burning when you bleach it, make sure that it is bleachable, make sure that you can color the hair. So that way, if you don't do any of this and you sell the hair and somebody receives it and they wanted to make it do highlights on it and then they receive it and they're not able to do that, or the hair burns, then that's looking bad on your part. So you definitely want to test the hair. That is very important. And you don't have to, necessarily order from all these people at one time. Start small, test out one vendor. You might be lucky with the first vendor. With me, I said, I've been shopping with my vendor from before I even started selling hair, so it wasn't hard for me. I already had a vendor. But you might not be lucky with your first one. You might receive the hair and it's trash, or you might order from 3 different people and you might like 2 of the people. And it's always good to have a backup vendor. It is very important actually to have a backup vendor just in case anything happens with your main vendor. You have a backup plan. Just imagine with the whole pandemic and with everything going on in the world, something goes on with your vendor overseas, either they're on vacation or somebody in her family is sick and she's not reachable, and you have orders to fulfill, and say you're one of those people that, I know people that they have the inventory that they have on their website is not actually what they have on hand. So you're waiting for people to order. It's not necessarily drop shipping. It's kind of like pre-order. You're waiting for people to pre-order before you order. So imagine you have people come and do huge orders, or you're a wholesaler and people are coming doing big orders, and now you're trying to contact your vendor and your vendor is not reachable for whatever reason. So it's always good to have a backup vendor in case of anything. That way you don't have to, start this whole process over of trying to find a new vendor. And you don't necessarily have to continue to order from both, but like I said, just have a backup plan. If anything, you have somebody else and you don't have to start this whole process over, put your business on hold, deal with all types of stuff. Always have a backup plan. I told people that even in my mentorship, one of the ladies, she was starting her hair business and she actually purchased from 3 vendors. She liked the wigs from one, the bundles from the other. Keep both of them. There's nothing wrong with having more than one vendor. And I used to feel like this, like, I want to be loyal. It's like, yes, you want to be loyal, but at the same time, you need a backup plan. If you're taking your business seriously, your business is your business. What happens when your vendor is not reachable? If something, your vendor is human too. What if something goes on in her family and she's not able to, you're not able to contact her, you're not able to reach her, and you got orders to fulfill and you got people emailing you? Like, another thing about selling hair is there is so much variety when it comes to hair. There's different lengths, there's different textures, and it's hard to keep all of this on hand. You might have a whole lot of body wave bundles, which is what I only had mainly in stock, is body wave, unless somebody reached out and they know me and we worked that out. You might only have body wave bundles on hand, and you have that person that wants kinky curly and you don't got no kinky curly. But it is so hard to keep all these lengths. Some people love extremely long hair, some people like shorter hair. So it's like, it's so much when it comes to selling hair. And I would definitely not recommend going out and buying all textures and just stocking up unless your business is moving like that. But I do recommend, if you do want to sell all textures, at least have one of each bundle. And either way, you should already have one of each bundle when you purchase your samples. Like, get a 10-inch, get the shortest inch available. Get a 10-inch kinky curly, a 10-inch body wave, and body wave and straight is kind of the same thing, but get a 10-inch water wave. And that way, if somebody in real life wants to test it out, or if you're going live and people want to see what it looks like, at least you have a sample to show. At least you have something to show and not just supplier photos, if that makes sense. So you definitely always want to have something on hand when it comes to selling hair. The next thing I want to talk about is, like I said, people want to feel the hair, and that's what my main issue was. I literally had people, they would want to shop with me, but they would want to meet up with me late at night to feel some hair. And it's like, I can't meet up with you to feel some hair, and then what if you don't like how it feels? And I wasted my time, I wasted my gas. So that's why I feel like selling hair is so hard, because people don't trust small businesses. And I understand it, because I've seen and I personally purchased and the hair was horrible, but it's like, at the same time, it is so hard to gain that trust. And that's why I recommend, if you're selling hair, first start building it with your on-hand customer base first. Like friends and family, co-workers, classmates. Start building your reputation first before you full on create a website and start ordering in bulk. You need to establish a relationship when it comes to the hair business, because you cannot, yes, there's some people that might do it, but I feel like if you're launching a hair business, you need customer photos, you need customer reviews, you need content to be pushing through. Like, even the people that that sell weave glue, frontal glue, and the frontal glue and stuff to lay the frontals, and people that sell curling irons and flat irons, you need customer reviews. You need people actually using the stuff. You can't just have a hair page and all you're doing is posting pictures of the hair or videos of the hair, and you're not wearing the hair, people are not wearing the hair. You need to first start wearing the hair yourself. Like, I feel like this is like such a long process. Like, first, before you want to launch your business, start wearing the hair, which you already should have been doing. Order hair from your supplier. Wear it. When people say, oh, I like your hair, I'm actually starting my hair business, would you like to purchase some? Would you like to this? Even offer a discount to anybody who's interested. That way you can go ahead and build up your customer base. Don't charge them a lot. Just maybe even if you're getting a $10-15 profit, that's better than nothing, and it's still helping you with your customer photos, because customer photos are so hard. Like, sometimes people will purchase from you, you never get a customer photo, they'll never tag you or nothing. So if you have somebody willing to, you know, take bomb pictures in the hair and stuff for free, like, you need that. You need the videos. If somebody messages you, I love the hair, save all of that. So when you are ready to launch, you have stuff to constantly be posting. Not just you wearing the hair, other people wearing the hair that is not you. And then when those people go out and people like their hair, they can say where they got it from, and those people will be reaching out to you as well. But overall, like, the hair industry, I feel like the hair industry, like, even though it's so many people out here selling hair the same way as so many people out here selling lashes, it is definitely room for everyone. I've seen hair businesses that came out of nowhere and they're growing and they have customers, and they basically established that relationship first. They didn't have a website. First they were just posting on the Instagram page, then they finally decided to launch, and all those customers that was shopping before they even had a website that know them in real life were the ones who, you know, helped them build their page up. So it's definitely, like, I'm not telling you, like, if you want to sell hair to not do it. I'm just letting you know that it comes with a lot to sell hair. It's not just like lashes or lip gloss. Like with lashes is easier to sell and cheaper to sell. You can sell your lashes like me. I have a $2 lash sale. Boom, $2. Who wouldn't want to spend $2 on some lashes? But with hair, they're not just spending $2 on some hair. Depending on how much your hair is or your wigs are, it's starting from at least $200, $300, $400. And that is a lot for somebody to trust with somebody. Like, to just go on a website with somebody you don't know and spend $400 or $500 on a wig that you might get and it looks nothing like the picture, that's a huge risk. So it's hard for people to trust you, and that's why I say, I feel like if you want my advice to anybody who wants to sell hair is definitely build that relationship with people you know around you first, or even people you meet in the street. If they like your hair, tell them you sell hair. Y'all already start following each other on Instagram, so that way, there's nothing wrong with building relationships, so that way when you are ready to take that step and launch, you already have a customer base. You're not one of those people like with me. Like I said, I had people already purchasing from me because they like my hair and stuff, and I tell them they know I sell it, so I made sales on hand. But as far as on my website, I invested so much money purchasing the hair, and I basically lost all that money because I ended up discounting all the hair cheaper than what I even paid for it, because like I said, it wasn't selling the way I thought it was gonna sell. I didn't have people, you know, to take customer photos for me besides the on-hand customers that I had. People who purchased the hair online, they never, you know, tagged me in any photos or anything like that. People who ordered wholesale, I barely had any wholesale orders, even though people asked me for wholesale orders. All the people that was asking when I finally launched the business, they didn't shop. So people would tell you, oh, do this, do this, do this, and you run out. And me and my business partner invested over $4,000 in a whole lot of hair. And like I said, and that's why even with the wigs, when I was gonna start selling wigs, I'm glad I did not go out there and purchase all these wigs, because even with the wigs, I only had, like I said, on-hand purchases from wigs, because I bought the one wig that was my own wig that I used for the picture for the website. Everybody loved the wig, commenting, but nobody was purchasing it though. And it was only people who knew me in real life that liked my hair and knew that I sold it because they follow me on social media that actually purchased it. So don't ever, like, yes, it's good that people want something, but don't be like me. And that's why I always tell y'all, start small. I went out and we invested over $4,000 to not even make it back. Yes, we made it back in other ways as far as like other things I was selling, but as far as that money that we invested, it was a loss. Because if we really sold and made money the way we should have made money, we would have, I want to say maybe we would have made almost double what we initially invested into it, but we didn't. Because some people sell just one bundle alone like $80, $90. So it's like, some people it's over 100, excuse me. So we could have made good money. But like I said, it was so hard, and it is very hard. Like, it's hard. You really got to hustle. But if you're a hairstylist, that's one thing. I do have my cosmetology license, as many of y'all know. But Frontals and stuff was not something I learned in school. That's something I'm still learning, like perfecting on my own self through YouTube. So it's like, if you already sell hair and stuff, then that's a plus for you, because you can put your hair on your clients. You can offer deals of install in this for only this much money. You can build that relationship with your customers. If your customers are wearing your hair, that's another way for them to not only bring clientele to you, but to bring customers to you. Because if they love how you laid that frontal in that wig or that sew-in, and they love it, and they feel the hair, they see what it looks like on somebody else, if they do a photo shoot or something, those are more people coming towards you. So if you're already a hairstylist, sis, that's a plus. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I gave somebody out there some insight to the hair industry, and I covered like why I stopped selling hair, because I get that asked a lot. And it's crazy that you get asked that by the people who weren't purchasing the hair. Just like when I stopped selling clothes, that's another video I need to do, why I stopped selling clothes. Like, I ordered all these clothes, and the people who told me to order all these other colors, they were nowhere to be found. But when I discounted and got rid of everything and removed it from my website, hey, where are the clothes? It's like, are you kidding me? But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment. Please feel free. Don't feel free. Please subscribe, because it's 100% free. Please subscribe. Please follow my personal page to keep up with my personal life. And please follow my business Instagram. And if you are in the Dallas area, like I tell y'all in every video, my sip and shop is September 4th. Details for that should be in the description box and also on my Instagram. So I hope, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.